What's up, guys? Knaftastic EDC here. Rodney, you know me, with a little show and tell of this Maxace Sandstorm that was sent in by a viewer of my modding services and so forth. And he wanted me to try a frag pattern on it. And I told him in the beginning that it's going to take a while because I'm slow and old. And he said time was not an issue, that he wanted it done. And from what I understand, a lot of modders shy away from doing certain frag jobs or mill work because it could possibly lessen the integrity of the blade, as far as if there's a lot of interior milling or exterior, if it changes the structure of the knife. Which on this one I opted not to frag on the lock bar itself. I stopped back here at the back of the spine. I did do a frag all over, tried to get a nice symmetrical look, and the frag on the spine, as this is, you know, I do have basically a seam there that I've created, but this is a full integral. There is no construction holding it together. It's one slab of titanium. This is a beast of a knife. It's got a big old blade. It's heavy. I did take away a little bit from the weight. I did not get a weight of before, but I probably, with the depth of the frag and the amount of frag, I probably took off enough to make a difference, but not substantially enough to where really I think you'd be able to notice it in hand. We kept with the same style blue pivot, which I found, or not pivot, thumb stud on the blade, which can be used as a thumb stud, and the pivots and the stop pin and the pocket clip, along with the fixed blade pin that you can install in the front here and create a fixed blade if you so desire, and the lock bar insert. We left all that factory. I still may do what I call a scuff and buff, which gives this a little bit more of a worn finish or weathered finish, in and out of the pocket type look. But I wanted the owner of this to see this first and let him get a hands-on or eyes-on view of what it looked like before I did the weathered look. Which the knife was going to originally be done in some different colors and different combos, and I was shooting for a particular theme, almost sort of like steampunk sort of thought process, and I was going to heat anno a lot of the hardware and turn things different colors and so forth. But we changed sort of the last few minutes or the last little bit of time in this and decided to go a different route with it. And that's why we have this blue, which is about a 26 volt blue. And the pocket clips are left at factory, which they are probably about a 36 color blue voltage on the anode chart. I left the blade alone. It's a black wash done by Maxace, which does have a little bit of odd streaks in it from the factory, but the owner knows about that. I have had this knife for quite a while, and I reckon you want to see it opened. It's a beast. It's hard to get it all on screen. It's a big old knife. Lockup, we're probably about 20-some%, not a lot. Blade centering is right down the center. It's just a beast of a knife. But anyway, like I said, it's got sort of a purplish blue color in the scales, in the grooves that I did, so it gives it a contrast. It's really hard to pick up here on screen, but if you're looking at it in person, you can see the contrasting colors. I reckon it does look a little shinier, but that's not only because the grooves are shined out or polished out, it's because there is a different color anode applied to them, so that's showing some color difference. But I tried to do a blend all the way across, so everything is symmetrical from side to side. If I can get that to focus worth anything. But this is the Maxace Sandstorm Integral Frag mod done by Knaftastic EDC. Rodney, you know me. And it's a beast, and it's hard to flip open with gloves on. But you can see some of the irregularities in the black wash. It's almost like they had a buffer on it and then they black washed it, and it should have been stone washed a little more. Thought that as a little odd. This side is not as bad, but you can see some lines, and you can oil this up and get a sheen back on it, and it hides some of that. But I did nothing to the blade. I left it alone. It's factory sharp, and I believe this knife was new when I received it. But just really a beast of a knife. I had thought about getting one in the future. I like the rock textured one that they have available. Now there is, you hear a tink in this when you open it. You hear that right there? Right there. That falls into another groove that the pin falls into. The detent ball is falling into the track that locks in. You can hear it. It falls into a hole that allows this to be a fixed blade when you open it, which just goes through here and locks in place. It threads into the back side through this hole here. This pin is removable, and you can thread it in and create a fixed blade. And that secondary stop right there, you hear clicking in, that's the detent ball falling into that secondary hole in the blade. So it makes a little bit of a quanky opening and closing. And like I said, I really can't do a nice opening on the camera. But that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. I've been working on a couple different things. I'm working on some Demco scale sets. This is the diamond pattern that I've just released. And getting ready to make some sets of that. A custom anno job I did for a buddy of mine. This is the iced blue frag, which is sort of a weathered bronze face. So basically it's scuffed a little bit, and a ice blue. So basically we have about a 40 volt blue and a 16 volt bronze. And that's going out to my buddy Winchester. Then, like, you know, we also have the raw versions of the titanium Knaftanium scale sets, which there's a few things going on with them. I'm going to do a separate video showcasing that and talking about the variants I've had and the changes I've had and things going on. I've been getting some buyer feedback and some things I can work on and adjust and make better. Appreciate that a lot. Everybody's been real receptive to me and very kind, and I really appreciate the support and all the stuff that goes along with it. It's helping me out a lot and helping me to learn as I go. Yeah, so I got a couple more patterns I'm working on, and I got some more material. I'm also working on a couple thick sets, but the thick sets, the ones that I have available, I have 3 sets available. One is going to be a personal set, and the other 2 are already spoken for, so they're not available. They're already have proposed customers. I just got to do some finishing work on them. Yeah, I think that's about it for right now. I played with this titanium Tucson TS144. I did like a weathered bronze, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, there was a factory flaw on these Tucsons that went through here, and you can still see it, but it's nowhere near as, to me, it's nowhere near as visible. You get a little bit shader of a blue, but I think I can make that disappear even more. And I did the bronze on the pivots around. I did the clip the same color, and it's a nice hidden screw pocket clip. So I got some work going on. You can sort of see that residual line there, but got the weathered thing going on with those. And that's what I got going on. I do have a tactile rock wall that I'm working on. I'm trying to change some pivots on, but I'm having some issues with that. And stay tuned for a video and update on that soon. And yeah, I got all kinds of things going on. I'm also working on a scale mod or a future scale mod for the Naftanium AD 20.5s that will use the larger titanium version pivot. So if you have a pivot from a G10 version or a Grivery version that you want to have the larger surround that comes on the titanium release from Demco, you'll be able to use that pivot with my scales also. Of course, granted, it'll either be the old style pivot, which is, you know, that style there, or the larger style pivot on the secondary or on the release from Demco. Okay, that's what I got, guys. And again, hope y'all have a great day, great weekend. Happy Labor Day. And we'll talk to you later. All right, bye now.